I expected a hard fight, you know. I put my family through a lot.
The more you get hit, the harder you fight. I get it.
Let's go!
Only now you're taking way too many hits before you get off. You can't fight like that anymore. Think about her.
I'll tell you something.
I love you. I love you. So predictable.
Man.
The light heavyweight champion of the world, Billy.
I wouldn't be here without my wife, Maureen.
Hey, Billy, why you leaving so soon?
Come on, keep walking.
Baby, you ain't never been a real man.
Billy, let that go. Let's go home.
How about I take your belt?
Billy, stop!
We not. No.
This court is aware of the tragedy your family has suffered, Mr. Hope. Nonetheless, you have chosen to demonstrate dangerous behaviors while having custody of your daughter.
Dad?
You need help, Billy. It'll be a year before your suspension is up, which means zero income.
Legal custody of the child shall remain with family services until the father can demonstrate the abilities of a responsible parent.
Please, I don't think
I'm sorry, please. Billy,
Dad, I want to stay with you. I want to live with you.
You want me to come with you? No, man. I gotta do this alone.
So what brings Billy Hope to my job?
I'm looking for a job, maybe place to trade.
You couldn't handle the rules here, man.
I can't lose my daughter. I'll give you my everything.
Somebody help me, please.
I know that you're mad at me right now.
You don't know anything. She doesn't want to see you today.
Tell her I love her.
Gotta let her hate you so she can get better.
How'd you like the fight for that title?
You think that you can beat Magic?
Not without you. I wanna fight again. I wanna get my kid back.
What chance is there that Hope could win? The cards are stacked against Hope.
Listen, Billy Hope can make it. Billy Hope is over. This is your time. This is your moment.
You can control your destiny.
Wow, so that was a really good trailer. We just finished viewing the Southpaw trailer starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Rachel McAdams, 50 Cent, and Forrest Whitaker. What an all-star A-list lineup for this film. Southpaw is a tale of a boxer fighting his way to the top only to find his life falling apart around him. This movie is directed by Antoine Fuqua, who has also directed The Equalizer and Training Day. He is a phenomenal director. He's African American, so I love to see us black folks getting some work in Hollywood. He has had a pretty much really steady career. He hasn't really had any flops as far as movies are concerned. He really does a lot of gritty, dramatic work. So this is a great look for Antoine Fuqua. The movie stars Jake Gyllenhaal as the lead character, Billy Hope, who is a lightweight, I think that's what it said in the trailer, boxer. As of late, Jake Gyllenhaal has really been doing a lot of indie films. He hasn't really had that big blockbuster knockout film at the movie theaters. The last movie that I saw him in that I loved was Love and Other Drugs, co-starring Anne Hathaway. He did a phenomenal job in that movie playing a pharmaceutical sales rep who falls in love with this just crazy, over-the-top woman played by Anne Hathaway. I loved him in that film. Anne Hathaway's character was dying in the film. He falls in love with her. So it was a great film. If you haven't seen Love and Other Drugs, please go and watch it now. The movie came out in 2010. So Southpaw to me is a great role for Jake Gyllenhaal, considering the fact that, like I said, he's been doing a lot of indie stuff, not anything that has grossed a lot of money at the box office. And this movie looks like a hit from the trailer. It looks like Jake Gyllenhaal really dug in deep with this character. From the trailer, it looks like he's giving a very gritty, in-depth performance of this boxer who is just going through it. He loses his wife, he loses his daughter, he loses his career, he loses his house, he loses money, he loses every fucking thing. But the one thing that he doesn't lose is his fineness. Jake Gyllenhaal, to me, has always been able to get it however which way he fucking wants it. That is a fine motherfucking man right there. The way that he transformed his body for this movie is impeccable. He got it in at the goddamn gym. The six-pack was on point, his pecs was on point, the muscles was on point. I loved him with the short shaved head and the beard and the kind of like urban accent that he's given in this movie. I love it. He looks like an insane man, like any other man would be if he loses his wife and his daughter. He's just losing his shit. And I can't wait to see the dramatic performance that he gives in this movie, because it really looks like he just went there. Rachel McAdams plays Jake Gyllenhaal's wife in this movie, Maureen Hope. And as always, Rachel McAdams is giving us face, body, and a beautiful smile. I have been in love with Rachel McAdams since Mean Girls. She is a stellar actress. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, she really hasn't had very many blockbuster box office hit movies or movies that have really gotten her recognition for her acting performances. The last big franchise film that she starred in was Sherlock Holmes franchise 1 and 2 she starred in, and there will be a Sherlock Holmes 3 coming out, which I am so excited about, because the Sherlock Holmes franchise is one of the most smart, thoughtful, mind-bending, mind-blowing movies that I've seen in a long time. They're very skillfully done. This movie to me is Rachel McAdams once again playing the role that she's been playing, the love interest to a male lead, where she's loving and she's caring and she's the strong backbone to this man. It's the same role over and over again. I really want to see her expand her acting palette. But other than that, I love what she does. She does a hell of a job playing that role, and she's a beautiful woman. What's fucked up though is that like 15 seconds into the trailer, we see that her character dies. And when I saw it, my heart stopped. I was like, oh my God, Rachel McAdams dies, and they're going to show this in the trailer. Like, okay, this is good. And we see that her character is basically, the memory of her character is going to be haunting Jake Gyllenhaal's, and what is going to be like his anchor of hope and his light at the end of the tunnel, with her guiding him through this tough time in his life. Southpaw has appearances by 50 Cent, who also stars in this movie. He looks like he's playing like the Don King kind of promoter type in this film. He also helped produce Southpaw, and this is a great look for 50 Cent, who is really making his way through this Hollywood movie, television transition in his career. We know him in the music entertainment side, and from fashion and things of that nature, and even sports. He's delved into, you know, the boxing realm and things of that nature now, but he's really making his footprint in the Hollywood movie, cinematic, and television world. He is the executive producer of Power on Stars, which is a huge hit for Stars. It's their #1 hit show, and they just got picked up for season 3, and now he's producing Southpaw, which looks like it's going to get a lot of Oscar buzz around Oscar time later on this year. So this is a good look for 50 Cent, and I just would love to work with 50 Cent. I'm just gonna put that out in the universe. Lord, let me work with 50 Cent in the future on some projects. So this is a great look for 50 Cent, another acting role for him. This movie also stars Forest Whitaker. He looks like he does a really good job in this film as well. I mean, you can never go wrong with casting Forest Whitaker. He is an Oscar winning actor. This film also includes an appearance by Rita Ora. Rita Ora has really been making her way through this Hollywood realm. Like, for her to not have had hardly any, I don't even think she's had a hit single here in the States on her own. And for her to have only been featured on 2 other records as of the last year, there were hit singles. Other than that, she's really just been coasting along here in the States. I know she's huge over there in London and in Europe and places like that, but she's starting to make a name here in the States based off, I don't know what, maybe it's just based off her look, but she had a small, very small role in 50 Shades of Grey playing Mia, and now we see her playing a prostitute in this film. So overall, I say that Southpaw most definitely gets a ticket from me. I want to go see this and support this film. It looks awesome. It looks like a phenomenal film. So I say ticket for Southpaw all the way.